Bum, bum. You know, I probably should turn the fan off. Am I recording? Oh, I'm recording. Sorry about that, guys. You know, just turn the fan off. Right now, at the time of recording this video, it is 99 degrees outside. So I've got every single fan going on in the house right now, except for the one that's right next to me, so I can survive. If I could, I would take my shirt off. But, you know, for video purposes, I am not going to do that and horrify you guys. And, yeah, I put the heat on. And the heat on. The heat's on outside. But no, I've got the air conditioning running like crazy, and I just got finished from doing a lot of yard work. It is extremely hot and humid outside. Anyways, enough of that. So I hope you guys are all having a great day and a better day than me at the time of recording this video. And we're going to be continuing on reading through Delta Force. We're of course going to be picking up with Chapter 3, March of the Droids. This is going to be Part 6. If you guys haven't checked out Parts 1 through 5, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. And I want to let you guys know that we are making excellent progress. I know I've been saying in the past couple parts of this video, my goal was to divide this up into 12 parts. In my past video, which is like half an hour long, I actually read through 3 extra parts that I had divided the book up already into, just because I had the extra time to do so. So I don't know if I'm going to divide this book up into 12 parts. My guess is I'm not going to, which is, yay, less videos I have to upload and less videos you guys have to search through. So we're going to be doing our best to try to just read this whole chapter here for March of the Droids. And then it's about 6 pages. So I will do that in this part video and then continue onwards. And like I also said, this book is really long. There's just a lot of paragraphs and less dialogue than normal for my books. So, yeah. Let's get into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, yeah. Also want to let you guys know that when I do end up getting to the final part of this book, I will let you guys know that it is the final part. I know I said in the past couple part videos that I was divided into 12 parts. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. I think it's going to have to be like maybe 8 or 9 max. So, yay. Alright, let's get into the reading. March of the Droids. The NS-1714 had arrived in Sector 15 and was only a few minutes away from landing on the planet Cassando. Here we go. Anything we should be prepared for while on this planet? Asked Douglas. Nothing you should not know of, except for one very unique creature from the future, replied Andrew. Landing the ship on the main core base platform above the Waterball planet, said Devon. Delta Force left the command bridge and looked around to see nothing on the city platform. All the bodies from the battle against Satan were gone, and not one core soldier was around to greet them. Where is everyone? Asked Ash. Like I said before, they are watching the planet Delta Mega be formed in Sector 2, replied Andrew. Suddenly, the door to the nearby command center was opened to reveal a strange creature. The creature had the head of a fish, and the rest of his body was human. What is that? Asked Amanda. That, my friend, is a fish core, and his name is Piloton, said Andrew. Is he an ally or enemy? Asked Douglas, prepared to draw out his lightsaber. He is an ally that I brought through the portal to guard this planet in case we needed it for our mission, said Andrew. Delta Force walked up to Fish Core Piloton and introduced themselves to the weird creature. Whew. Welcome to Cassando, Delta Force, said Piloton, after each member of the team introduced themselves. Nikolai and Nathan Sith had recovered from their past duel with Toa Ray Williams with ease, and were both on the leader's armed ship, along with General Evan Piper. My lord, a raider has located the NS-1714 on the planet Cassando, said General Evan Piper. What is our current position? Asked Nikolai. We are currently in Sector 3 and near the planet Camdan, replied a demon on the bridge. Order the fleet to head for Cassando immediately. We must halt our attack on Earth 2 and make sure we obtain the time machine and superweapon first. The 2 primes on that ship know the location of the devices, and we must hunt them down to obtain the location, said Nikolai. The arm left their position around the planet Camdan and headed for Cassando, not knowing the danger they were headed into. Delta Force and Piloton walked inside of the command center and saw a gigantic supercomputer standing in front of the group. Andrew walked up to the supercomputer's control panel and pressed the on button. I'm going to place what I am doing onto the main screen above me, said Andrew, hacking into the enormous structure. Delta Force continued to watch Andrew hack the computer system and saw Andrew select the file on the location of the time machines and superweapons. The result was a list of possibilities of planets for the two devices to be located on. The planets were either Earth 3 or Yan 4. The team knew the devices could not be on a volcano planet, leaving Yan 4 to be the planet with the devices. Alright, now that we know what planet the devices are on, where on the planet are they? Asked Douglas. The supercomputer cannot figure out the location 100% in the universe, said Andrew. You mean we're going to have to travel the entire planet? Asked Amanda. Yes. Yet at least we don't have to travel to every single planet in the universe, said Andrew. Suddenly, the sound of ships landing on the city platform was heard. Andrew raced over to a control panel. Andrew raced over to a control console near the radar area and started pressing buttons to use the telescope on the building to see who was landing outside of the command center they were in. Andrew hacked the telescope and moved it around with a mouse to see the word C7S6 on all the ships that were landing. It's the machine gun arm droids from the planet C7S6, said Douglas. Delta Force and Piloton exited out of the command center to see a total of 7,000 droids marching into the city. Hello there, said a voice. Delta Force and Piloton looked towards the droids that were marching towards the team and saw a familiar face. Droid General Ace of C7S6. What are you doing here, and who are your friends? Asked Ace. This is Andrew and Amanda Prime, along with Fishcore Piloton. Together, Unifor, Ashbeka, and the two Primes have formed a new team called Delta Force. We came here to learn the location of a time machine and a superweapon, said Douglas. A time machine and a superweapon? Where are they at? Asked Ace. Somewhere on the planet Yan 4, replied Amanda. What year is it? Asked Ace. 3,350, replied Andrew. You mean my army and I have traveled through time, said Ace. Yes, because I selected certain people and objects to travel through time to complete our mission of changing the evil future, said Andrew. With your permission, Douglas, I would like to form an alliance with Delta Force to help you 7 with my army, said Ace. Douglas walked up to the two-legged, two-armed, and machine-gun droid leader and shook hands with Ace. Let's head for Yan 4, said Douglas. My lord, we have arrived at Cassando. We also have learned that it would seem that this Delta Force we have heard of is an ally with the droids on C7S6, said General Evan. You mean there's an army of droids and droid ships on Cassando, said Nikolai. It would appear so, my lord, replied General Evan. No matter. Begin the attack on this city, said Nikolai. Suddenly, armed fighters began dropping bombs on the city and killing droids everywhere. Armed ships began landing far away from the main city and were deploying about 4,770 demons. Ace, order the droid army to retreat to Yan 4 using energy engines right now. We can't defeat the arm here without the time to build defenses, said Douglas. Droid General Ace, using an earpiece, ordered all his droid troops to return to their ships, and head for Yan 4. Delta Force Piloton and Ace watched as the leader's arm ship landed, and a general with a name tag of Evan Piper walked out with 2 other men in high commanding clothing. You 8 get to the NS-1714 while I help hold off the enemy, said Piloton. No, we are all getting off this planet alive and together, said Douglas. Douglas, there are 100 demons headed this way. We can't take them all on at once, but I can prevent them from reaching you, said Piloton. Delta Force and Ace dashed away from Piloton and headed for the NS-1714, while running through bombs being dropped left and right. Piloton placed a clip of ammunition into his Dawn gun, which fires purple balls and freezes its targets with great accuracy, no matter the user, and ducked for cover before the 100 demons and the human general he saw approached his position. and ducked for cover before the 100 demons and the human general he saw earlier approached his position. There we go. Piloton activated 10 incinerating grenades to use on demons and threw them at his enemy, killing 75 of the 100 demons. The demons looked to see where Piloton was hiding, and a march of 50 droids coming from behind Piloton's position. "Let 'em have it!" yelled General Evan Piper. The demons, the general, the droids, and the Fish Corps began blasting their weapons at the enemy. While Piloton froze the demons with his Dawn gun, the droids used their built-in machine guns to turn the frozen structures to dust. After a minute of continuous gunfire, only Piloton and General Evan remained to duel it to the death. The only problem for the two enemies was their weapons were out of ammunition. General Evan Piper and Fish Corps Piloton stood up from behind the cover of a rock, charged towards each other, and began to fight using their body strength. In the end of the very quick battle, Piloton used his fish teeth, ripped the head off of the body of the general, and swallowed it whole. General Evan Piper of the Arm was killed. Fish Corps Piloton left the battle area and raced to find Delta Force and General Ace. He eats that droid. He eats that bad guy. As Delta Force and Ace continued to head towards the NS-17-14, Nikolai and Nathan began chasing them. After 2 minutes of non-stop running, Delta Force and Ace arrived at the ship, with the Siths still coming towards them. Once the Siths reached the 8 Corps members' position, Nikolai and Nathan introduced themselves to the team, informing them that they were the ones who destroyed Delta Mega and were the ones who were going to use the time machine and superweapon to rule the universe in total evil. "Ace, start up the engines of the ship. Andrew and Amanda, get on the ship with Ace and remain there. My team with lightsabers will deal with these evil people," said Douglas. Ace, Andrew, and Amanda dashed into the NS-17-14, while Unifor and Ash turned on their certain lightsabers, and the Siths as well. "Surrender, Unifor and Ash," said Nikolai. "We are currently not Unifor. Instead, we are members of Delta Force," said Douglas. The 5 members of Delta Force clashed with the Siths and began the first lightsaber duel between the two sides. After several minutes of dueling each other, Fish Corps Piloton finally located his allies, placed his Dawn gun on his back, and activated his yellow lightsaber to aid his friends. Piloton engaged in the duel against the two Siths and hoped he would live, since he did not have much lightsaber training. While the battle was taking place between the members of Delta Force, along with Piloton, against Nikolai and Nathan, Ace, Andrew, and Amanda continued to run towards the NS-17-14. The group of 3 Corps members finally arrived at the ship and looked to see a demon nearby. Suddenly, the demon fired his death gun at the group. A blast of deadly smoke fired out of the chamber and impacted Amanda Prime. "No!" yelled Andrew. Droid General Ace activated his machine gun arms and killed the demon that had turned Amanda into a pile of dust. "No!" yelled Andrew, even louder than before for the death of his wife. Ace watched and listened to Andrew's heartache at the loss of the one person he had loved really well. The noise Andrew made was so loud that the other members of Delta Force and the Siths heard it and looked to see Amanda Prime was no more. "Douglas, you, your family, and Ash must get out of here. I will hold off the Siths," said Piloton. "No, I'm not leaving behind another friend like Toa Ray Williams," said Douglas. "You don't have a choice. You must lead the droid army away from here and complete your mission," said Piloton. Delta Force broke off their attack with the two Siths and ran towards the NS-17-14, where Ace and Andrew were waiting for them on board the command bridge. The other members of Delta Force dashed on board the ship, onto the command bridge, and Douglas gave Devon the OK order to leave Cassando and head for Yan 4 immediately. Within 2 minutes, all the Corps ships had left the planet Cassando and were headed for Yan 4 to finish the struggle with this threat. Piloton continued to swing his yellow lightsaber against Nikolai's 2 red lightsabers and Nathan's 1 red lightsaber, while the remaining droids on the city battled the uncountable incoming demons. Machine bullets and rays of smoke were beaming out of droids' arms and demons' death guns. Within 5 minutes of unending gunfire, all the droids on the city were killed, leaving Piloton all alone. "Surrender, Fishcorp Piloton," said Nikolai. "Sure thing, Evil One," replied Piloton. The demon army was surrounding the creature's position and prepared to blast the last core troop on the planet Cassando. Suddenly, an old foe to the Siths appeared out of nowhere. It was Toa Ray Williams. Your dooms are near. Your dooms, Nikolai and Nathan, are near," said Ray. Ray teleported Fishcorp Piloton back to his home planet, MSD-33, and Toa Ray Williams teleported back to the planet Thinline to wait for Unit 4's coming to receive the special ruby. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Look forward to the next part coming out very soon. Bye!